What's going on, boys and girls? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
The Chronicle of 2003, 2023.
I really appreciate you taking time to sit and chat to us today. So
it's not a problem. I was a bit worried I wasn't going to find you guys, but yeah, that was relatively easy. So.
It's amazing how small this festival is, how relatively easy it is to get everywhere. And like downloaded, you have to have like a Gurkha guide with you to get you from A to B and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, I've sort of sorted out my tent now, so I'm sorted. So I'm all good.
How are you doing? Are you well?
Yeah. Look, finally glad to be here and settled, and I can just go and relax.
Yeah.
So still got quite a few hours before we're even playing yet. So not until 7:30. So
let's say because you've been doing a bit of a mini tour, haven't you, at the moment? So you've just got here today.
No, it was just a warm-up show yesterday.
As a warm-up, okay.
We played Crawford Arms and Milton Keynes.
How was that?
Very hot. Yeah, my base was like 40% water at the end of the set.
No,
this is disgustingly wet. It was just like, when you're sitting there going, can I keep going? I'm really not doing too well here, so
that's struggling. Are you excited for your set later?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I always quite happily say, I think 2003 is like my favourite UK festival. It's always got such a great vibe here, and they know that they've kind of said that we've gone bigger to like 15,000 cap, but that's it. There's no intention of going bigger than that, and that's totally fine. There's plenty of like festivals out there essentially taking the piss, basically. Yeah. Really hoping, and it just hoping it pulls off, but then a lot of them don't manage to make it. So, but these guys, they've sort of got the niche really nicely, and then. It's good.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
So I'm stoked to be back playing it again this year. So
I'm really excited to see you guys. I've never seen you guys. I've been dying for years to see you guys, so I'm very excited for later. With a festival show though, do you set it up differently to how you'd play like a normal gig?
Well, really?
Just the set's always the same no matter where.
You just try to make it as similar as you can and go from there. Really. There's no point in making anything awkward.
Yeah.
It's set up as you would set up a normal gig. You just happen to have like an open field in front of you. So, or unless you're in a tent, basically.
Yeah.
We love talking to bands at festivals, though, and especially this one at the moment, because as you just said, like so many bands that have said the 2003 is their favourite festival because the way people are here, the way people treat people here and everything. And that's why we love talking to people at festivals, because actually everyone's so friendly. It's like a family feel and everything. Like people just walk up to each other, hey, it's you, who are you? I don't know, let's have a beer.
I came here last year just as managed to bag my way in basically last year, and I think I was here for a day and a half, and I think I only watched like 3 sets. Spent the rest of the time just catching up with people I hadn't seen in ages. So it's like, oh my god, it's you. Oh well, yeah. It is. Yeah,
it's amazing. But not only that, with like people seeing you haven't seen in ages, just with the fans as well. Like as a band, when you're on stage, do you look out at that crowd, especially at festivals, and be like, it's just like one big fucking music family right here all together. Do you feel that energy coming from the crowds?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think so. Like if you basically everyone's in the same page and up for having a good time, we just need to sort of nudge them in the right direction, and you're good to go, really. So I'm always stoked when people come out and see us playing these shows that we've done especially since the new album came out and stuff like that. It's been just the response has been incredible. So yeah, just can't wait to get play tonight and stuff like that. So and then afterwards, brought my missus with me this time. Just gonna have a few babies basically and stay the tape. So it's all good.
It's amazing. I think festivals like this are so important as well. People in so many different ways. Like as a podcast, we are affiliated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
Oh, amazing!
I was going to ask if you're familiar, but I'm going to guess.
I've done.
Well,
Bloodstock a couple of times, and obviously they're going to certainly Lancaster stage, and I know all about that, the situation with that. So
yeah, but it's like as heartbreaking it is. What happened to Sophie was back in 2007, but it still happens. We spoke to an artist yesterday, and it's happened to her. We've spoken to girls at the Sophie tent, and it happened to her not long ago. People are still being treated badly because of the music they listen to, the way they dress, whatever it may be. So places like this are so important because people can just let their hair down.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like I think the problem is a lot of the time society sort of expects you to be like one way, and you get most people who conform to that. And if you want to ever think or be slightly outside the box, people are almost like conditioned to sort of reject that. It's whether or not they actually have an issue with the person at all. It's just on as their condition, and like it's like being at school. Like some kids got like I don't know, like something that the kids can pick on. You know, it's kind of like that, but in an adult mentality. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're almost conditioned to go, "You're not normal. I must pick on you," basically. So it's harsh, but it's kind of just, you know, like it's kind of that sort of things come from like a young age. Yeah, they who are like that from a young age. You know, and it's just it's just really, really sad. It obviously, unfortunately, accumulated back in the 2007 with Sophie Lancaster basically getting obviously murdered. You know, I'll call it murder because that was basically what he was.
It absolutely was. But like I said, that's why I think places like this are so important and arrest for people's mental health, because they ain't going to look over their shoulder. They're not going to worry about people hurling abuse, and they could just be themselves, be free amongst their people. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, places like this, obviously, like like getting like Bloodstock, or dude waving our flag. You know, you walk around, and it's like maybe I should go put some more studs and sort of spikes on or something like that. Feeling a bit underdressed here. So. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
But you released your first album in the last 15 years. Obviously, Glorious Sunset came out this year. Was it well received?
Oh, very much so. Yeah. Like we were all so super stoked with it anyway. But just the responses has been like unanimously sort of just great. We were just so pleased, and it just felt the right time. All of it, very much most of us in the band were like, this is the best album we've ever done. So
it's okay. Did you feel any pressure at all going into releasing that? Like, it's the first album in 15 years. You're like, I want everyone to come back. And like, is there that pressure there, or is it just like, now we're putting out what we like?
Well, I think it's kind of like, because the expectation was not there because people didn't know. Like when we first announced those sort of big shows that we did in March, obviously it had to be postponed by a year, which is unfortunate, but most people at the time they just thought it was like, oh, we're just doing a reunion tour, like just so like people didn't know. We didn't say anything. So then when we did finally come out and go, oh, by the way, here's an album, it was like people were like, oh my god, and with a single, here you go, have some of that, you know what I mean? And I think the fact that we've got so much belief in the album that we're literally like, you know what, I'm happy, he's happy, Paul happy, everyone's super stoked with this record. You know, as far as I'm concerned, well, we're concerned basically, like we made ourselves dead happy with it. So I'm quite happy to just go with that. The fact that other people like seem to be really receptive to it is actually brilliant. Can't ask for anything more, really.
I just got this image of you guys releasing that press release, been like, here's a new tour, we're getting back together for a bit, and you suddenly go, they don't know there's a new album.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Maybe not so like. It was interesting. I was like, oh, I wonder what people are going to think. You see, the expectations are, I wonder what people are going to think when we release stuff, you know, like, and see where it's going to go from there. I don't know. So, but, you know, as I said, it seemed to go well, so I'm happy with that.
I love Ideas Above Our Station, the album that's just, I put on repeat all the time, like Silver and Falter, two of my favourite songs on there.
That's the album that some people know it from. So, you know, obviously you want to make sure that we kind of set a bar. You're like, well, you can't, like, this is the thing, because we were writing the album and it just happened. It happened very organically.
Yeah.
We did expect it to actually happen anyway, but it just, we're like, we wrote a song, this sounds wicked, let's keep going. Yeah. And then they see, you know, we managed to do a whole album, you know, so we wrote loads of songs and whittled it down to like 10, And it's just been just enjoyable, fun. There's been no stress. There's no pressure on you because nobody knows it exists or we're doing it. You know, it was like close family and friends are the only people who knew about it. It's so, you know, so when we were like finally able to release it, and we're literally like, you know, you've kind of sat with it for a year and a bit, sort of thing. We just like, I hope everyone likes it. Let's just now sit there and looking forward to the tour, and that was insane. It was so good. So I was so happy with that. It was the response we got and all that. It was just brilliant.
The stuff, I made it. This has been amazing. Thank you so much, my friend, for taking the time out and chatting with us.
No worries.
Go and absolutely kill the main stage later on today.
Thank you so much, Andy. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
The rain stays on for us.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
It's been very intermittent.